You're listening to Excellence Above Talent, a podcast where we have the hard conversations about the lives of men and what leads us to achieve greatness and suffer defeat. Hear from other men's journeys as well, as we all learn and grow together to become inspirations to ourselves and those around us. And now your host, Aaron Thomas.
What's up, my beautiful people? Aaron Thomas with Excellence Above Talent. We're on episode 21, and we're talking about your habits are building your future. Most people think the future is decided in big moments, big opportunities, big decisions, big breakthroughs. But the truth is, your future usually is built in private, repetitive moments where nobody is clapping for you. Your habits are either building your future or destroying it. Today, we're talking about the power of repeated behavior and why small choices become permanent direction. So let's be real. Your life is not random. Your future is shaped every single day by what you repeatedly do, not occasionally, repeatedly, because small habits don't stay small, and that's the dangerous part. People think habits are insignificant because they seem small in the moment. Skipping one workout doesn't seem serious. One lie doesn't seem serious. One night of porn doesn't seem serious. Avoiding one conversation doesn't seem serious. Your habits don't stay isolated, they stack. And eventually they become your identity. I think of habits, those small habits, as votes. And every action is a vote. And how you vote determines your life. Every time you follow through, every time you quit, every time you lie, every time you stay disciplined, every time you avoid responsibility, every time you communicate, every time you shut down, you are reinforcing a version of yourself. And that's why consistency matters more than intensity, because your identity is built through the repetition of those small choices. And the issue is, most people focus on the outcomes instead of the system. They want confidence, discipline, peace, healthy relationships, success, but they don't build the habits that create those things. And then they wonder why nothing is changing. Your habits create your direction. Your habits are the momentum that you need to have in life. Not perfection, momentum and direction. You don't suddenly wake up disciplined. You become disciplined through repeated action. You don't suddenly destroy your life overnight, neither. That usually happens through repeated compromise. And a lot of those habits no one sees, because most of your future is built in private. Most of your future is built in the stuff that nobody sees. Your thoughts, your routines, your discipline, your reactions, what consumes you, what you tolerate. That private behavior eventually becomes public results. Comfort habits versus growth habits. Most people build comfort habits, things that make them feel good temporarily. Scrolling on your phone, avoiding, escaping, distracting themselves, reacting emotionally. But growth habits hit different. Growth habits usually feel uncomfortable in the moment. That's why most people don't stay consistent with them. Growth habits look like communicating instead of shutting down, going to the gym when you don't feel like it, reading instead of mindlessly scrolling, budgeting instead of impulse spending, praying instead of panicking, taking accountability instead of blaming, resting with purpose instead of escaping. Your life, Your living right now was built by habits you repeated before today, which means the future version of your life is already being created. But what are you doing right now? And that should wake people up. That should wake you up, because your habits yesterday affect your future for tomorrow. Discipline isn't motivation. It's a daily decision. It's not emotions. It's decision making daily. And most people lose because they only operate when they feel inspired. But habits don't care about how you feel. They care about what you repeat. And if you're trying to stop yourself from repeating bad habits, you have to find ways to interrupt the pattern of those bad habits. Replace the behavior that's keeping you or getting you in trouble. Staying consistent long enough for it to become normal. That's real change. Because you don't break a habit by hating yourself. That negative self-talk. If you don't have the confidence to do something different in your life, to build something different in your life, you're going to stay stuck in that pattern because you don't believe in yourself enough to make that change. The crazy part is some people are praying for their future while their habits are actively destroying it. You can't keep planting destruction and expect peace later. And the thing you need to do in order to start changing your life is to start small. Because a lot of people overwhelm themselves when they try to change everything at once. But if you start small, find one habit, make one decision, stop one interruption, stay consistent with one action repeatedly daily, that's how you start to change your life. Because your future is not built someday, it's built today, in routine, in reactions, in repeated choices. So if you want a different future, look at your habits, because eventually you have to live inside what they have built. The reflection questions for this week: what habits are shaping your current life? What repeated behavior is hurting my future? What is one habit I need to build consistently this week? This week, stop waiting on motivation. Focus on what you repeat. Then share this episode with someone trying to change their life. If anyone hasn't told you today that they love you, let me be the first to say I love you. You are awesome. You are amazing. You deserve the best that this world has to offer. Do not quit. Do not give up. The world does not get easier, but y'all get stronger. You have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. And for daily, motivational, and up-to-date content, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Excellence Above Talent. And remember, keep moving forward, never give up, and you are never alone in this battle. We'll see you next time.